Good morning, good morning. In my culture, when there's a sun, the skies are blue, it means it's a blessing, just like the rain. Good morning, everyone. To our guest, the TG, he's with us. We'll communicate through the virtual platforms. Today marks the return to live events of the ANC Progressive Business Forum within the confines of existing COVID protocols. Over the past year and in addressing the crucial measures to combat the challenge of COVID to our people, most, if not all, of the PBF engagements have been conducted virtually. As we gradually return to public engagement, such as the one today, we remain ever conscious of the ongoing obligation on all of us to comply with COVID protocols designed to keep our people safe. We will continue to observe these protocols in all our engagements and interactions, conscious of the need to be ever vigilant. One of the resolutions of the 54th National Conference enjoined us as a movement to utilize modern technologies to promote communication with all South Africans. Communication, to be effective, is in itself not a one-way street. It is indeed a two-way interaction that holds the promise of lively and interactive conduct of communication with the expectation that the voice of our people is heard, understood and reacted upon at the highest level. This magic, if you will, is affected by technology. It opens a two-way channel of interaction that stands to enhance our relationship, creates a fair, better and fuller understanding and appreciation of the thoughts and aspirations of South Africans, and allows for deeper and clearer understanding of what government seeks to achieve in its promise and indeed in the fulfillment of its mandate to all South Africans. Much can get lost in the space between the realities of life in South Africa and its government. The art lies in bridging the apparent divide through utilization of communication technologies, and in so doing, ensure that we're in touch with the mood, the sense, and the realities of our people to ensure that we are responsive and responsible to them on the one hand, and that South Africans have confidence and faith in government policies and implementation on the other hand. This reality was understood and appreciated in the resolution of the 54th National Conference that was held in Nasrec in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, our children all know it. Theirs is a world of communication across every international boundary. The internet knows no boundaries, and borders are today non-existent as far as communication allows. Our children are likely to know faster and more in detail anything we could have imagined. They are smarter than we were at that age, and are more informed than we imagine. This is because they have access to global information at a rate we never did. They understand and appreciate the value of communication at a level far higher than ours. They look to the future because of technology. It holds for them the promise of tomorrow. We can no longer rely just on statement to relay information. Communication is an art of two-way engagement. We are compelled to communicate in a more sophisticated way than resonates with the future. Our children are leaders of tomorrow. It's a language they understand well. It's a language we need to appreciate. The Progressive Business Forum is proud to announce that today's event is about a very same technology. It is about harnessing modern technology of communication that is designed to touch the lives of our subscribers and approve and registered merchandisers in a real and a fundamental way. The PBF portal is about facilitation of a two-way interaction communication. It is designed to speed up contact with the PBF and in turn with the ANC leadership and leaders in government. Our merchandisers, who are ANC merchandisers, the merchandisers portal allows for an approved and registered merchandisers of an ANC branded apparel and goods to be able to be registered, to be approved without having to travel a long distance to Lutuli House Now you can able to register without going to Luthuli House. Equally, it facilitates communication and interaction, so vital to small business and entrepreneurs, so vital to our economy. The portal and app, which Comrade Sasha will be talking more in details about these platforms, speed up and facilitate the channels of two-way communication with the PBF, and in so doing, maximize opportunities to improve and deliver services and ultimately benefit businesses, both small and corporates. From within our homes, the PBF subscribers, the app offers an opportunity to reach out their messages as easily as pressing the send button, and with the facility of tracking and logging their messages, holds the assurance that the intended destination of their message is reached out and accountability is at its heart. Today, we'll see this online communication in action, hopeful and appreciate its potential as a game changer. We will be doing the demonstration today, which will be presented by Comrade Sasha, who's been working on this program. On the back of the menu, if you check the menu, on each table today, you'll see the words, "Thank you for the privilege of your company today, reaching out to South Africa together, making a difference for tomorrow." I encourage everyone here today to take those words to heart and celebrate this technology and utilize these benefits to maximum. I'd like to conclude, ladies and gentlemen, with a quote from Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, to whom the following is attributed: "It is not a faith in technology, it's a faith in people." Close quote. Indeed, communication technology is ultimately about people. For us, the Progressive Business Forum, we have faith in our people first and foremost. We should never lose sight of the fact that we have faith in our people. In that note, let me take this opportunity to welcome you all for making time to join us as we launch these platforms. It's been a journey that we have traveled for years, and today we are excited to show you the work that we've been doing behind the scene. The TG is not with us, but I'm excited to announce that he'll be joining us. If you can check our screens, the TG will be communicating with us. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Sipho, the convener of the Progress Business Forum, business leaders here present, the merchandisers of the ANC Regalia, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us this morning as we take yet another important step in modernizing and professionalizing the African National Congress. As some of you may recall, delegates at the 54th National Conference of the ANC resolved on the urgent need for the modernization and professionalization of the ANC. This was identified as crucial in the ongoing endeavor to renew and revive our movement. At the beginning of this year, the National Executive Committee, in its January 8th statement, directed that one of the tasks of our movement this year must be to continue to improve and modernize our core organizational system, including fundraising efforts. On this day, as we launch this digital platform, we are carrying forward the resolutions of the 54th National Conference on the modernization and professionalization of the ANC. We are also giving effect to the directive in the January 8th statement to focus on the modernization of, amongst others, our fundraising efforts. In particular, through this launch, we are creating a platform for our valued PBF subscribers, as well as our ANC merchandisers, to access PBF programs through an online application. This application will enable our subscribers and merchandisers to register online wherever they are, including on their mobile phones. From here on, the filling of paper-based application and registrations will be a thing of the past. Equally, our subscribers and merchandisers will now also be able to access PBF programs and services at their convenience, wherever they are. Through this launch, the PBF, as a program of the ANC, is propelling its systems onto the information and communications technology superhighway. We are embracing the future. Ultimately, our goal is to ensure agility, ease of use, reliability, and accessibility to all those who use our services and benefit from our programs. On behalf of the African National Congress, I take this opportunity to thank all our partners in this groundbreaking initiative. Without all your support and cooperation, we would not have reached this milestone. Program Director, as the ANC, we are delighted that overall, our program to improve and modernize our core organizational systems, such as the membership system, branch functionality, our administration, election campaign capacity, communication, research, as well as monitoring and evaluation is proceeding relatively well. In this regard, we have successfully launched our new electronic-based membership system. In addition, our communications machinery continues to rely heavily on online platforms. This allowing our movement to better shape and influence the narrative, as well as to improve the timing of the release of crucial information to the public and to our members. Furthermore, at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, our structures effectively use online platforms to engage with membership, take up campaigns, and to deepen political education. From where we are now, there is no turning back. The modernization of the ANC is firmly on track, and gradually, step by step, the ANC is being renewed. On this important occasion, we wish to also thank our ANC merchandisers and our PBF subscribers for their continued support of our efforts to raise funds for the movement. A number of you have been with us for many years as pillars of our fundraising efforts. We thank you heartily for this. We also trust that you will continue to find value in the programs, offerings, and platforms of the PBF. The PBF stands ready to provide a reliable platform for the continued engagement and sharing of information between business and government. We look forward to working with all of you, especially now in the era of the Political Party Funding Act, which has brought with it major challenges but also opportunities. We are, however, confident that together we will navigate successfully through these uncharted waters. As the African National Congress, we remain committed to transparency in the funding of political parties. We view this as an important safeguard of our hard-won freedom and democracy. We are continuing to engage government with a view to ensuring that it plays its part in providing adequate funding to political parties, as well as to all our country's democratic processes. Congratulations to the team that put together all this work. Keep up the good work, and I'd like to thank you very much. All the best with your work going forward.
Thank you, TG. I must say that as a program under the Office of the Treasurer General of the ANC, we've been getting full support from the Treasurer General. He's accessible, he's making sure that things are done. But the beauty about working with the TG is also have some innovative ideas how things must be done. Without waste of time, ladies and gentlemen, let me invite Sasha Muller. Sasha, she's a former convener of PBF. In any organization, our approach was for institutional knowledge, let's keep Sasha because she's also been working on this program. So we asked her that let's work on this program so that she can also complete it. Sasha, welcome and thank you. It's a handover.
Thank you very much, convener. It's so nice to call someone else the convener for a little bit. I was just saying at the table that I get to be a lot more casual about things. The convener has to be much more formal when he's engaging. So the reason why I'm here today is because I worked from the beginning on the technical side of things. And when we talk the technical, I come from an IT background, so my background is that. And we worked on the development very closely with our development companies, our partners who helped us build this platform. And quite honestly, it's groundbreaking on both sides. And I tell you why. It's not just the code that we're writing, it's what it's offering. And software is only as good as what it offers someone. So I'm going to play you quickly the PBF video so you can get an understanding what this platform really does offer and why it's so significant to the business industry engaging with the political party of the ANC through the PBF. Okay, please go ahead.
The National Executive Committee declares the theme for 2021 to be unity, renewal, and reconstruction in the year of Charlotte Maxeke.
The past year has been challenging for all of us. The coronavirus and its impact has been felt the world over. But the strength of the South African people has always been measured by its resilience and fortitude, and the willingness to unite and stand together. The African National Congress proudly presents the Progressive Business Forum, the platform to herald a new dawn for the South African economy. Bringing accountability, transparency, and opportunity to the business community, and striving to give effect to the call for a social compact with business, the Progressive Business Forum harnesses the power of technology, making it easier than ever before to unlock your business's potential. As a truly inclusive portal for all, your inputs are now able to reach the highest level of attention of our ANC leadership and government leaders, connecting you to an economic hub bursting with possibilities. It's a new modern look, underpinned by a traditional set of values that puts you, our subscribers, first. So, how can you be a part of it? Simple. Sign in, enter your business's details, and choose the package that best represents your company's goals. Our platform is safe, easy to use, POPIA compliant, and joining gains you access to a galaxy of benefits. From exclusive ministerial networking events to world-class webinars, workshops, skills training, trade facilitation, women in business, and so much more, the Progressive Business Forum platform becomes your gateway to a future never dreamed possible. Together, let's resolve the challenges facing our country and build a prosperous future. South Africa is ready to grow. Are you?
Thank you. So, pbf.org.za, be a part of it. And I'm proud to say that everyone here today is a part of it, even our merchandisers. As a merchandiser, you're automatically a PBF subscriber, so you get all the benefits. Now, that was the marketing spiel, and I'm not going to go into the whole dashboard and take you through it. You're welcome to go onto your phone and go to pbf.org.za and sign up. You'll see all the events that we do. We've got today's event there. We have a great project management NQF level course coming up next week. We have all our publications, all ANC publications available in this portal. But there is something extra special in there, which doesn't exist in most places. So you as a business have a problem. It might be a government problem, it might be a funding problem, but the PBF is here to support you. So as a subscriber of the PBF, you get access to services. And one of these key services is the help desk. So this is where the portal is clever. This is where we formalize the engagement between business and the ANC through the portal. We're talking about transparency, accountability. So I'm just going to pull up that quickly, and you can see my phone as we do that. There we go. All right, I'm going to go to Help Desk. You'll see that the subscriber help desk is there specifically for our subscribers. As you look at that, you will see that we, within 72 hours, will respond to your submission. So that's really important to note, because often you get called out, you call government, sometimes you call people and you don't get the response you want, you don't get it. We're promising here a 72-hour resolution. Followed with that, you will be ticketed. You will also be able to track and trace relevant people. So if it's a query, for an example, about funding or anything else, you'll be able to track. We will give you contact details. Our aim as the PBF, we're obviously limited in what we can do, but as leaders in ANC leaders in government, we will refer that to them to try and resolve whatever query you have, hoping to bring resolution. So here's an example. I want to submit a query. I load a help desk query, put in my details, say my query's about information, new employment policy. I explain what the business is about. I then say, okay, I want to have an engagement with the department regarding that, because I don't know how exactly to implement this employment policy that's now been made into government as a bill. How do I go about this? Once I fill that out, I can also refer us to the right person, give us contact details. You can add a file if there's any queries or formal letter you would like to be addressed. I press submit. Once that submission goes, you will immediately get a ticketed number. As we contact the department to get you the right contact people, find out who the person is, you will be able to track and trace everything around it. Now that's groundbreaking, because that's no queries about, is this dodgy business? This is important for democracy. This is important for business to be able to engage, be able to get feedback, and this is what political parties are really there for. You want to know as a citizen that what I'm doing is making a difference. You want to know as a business that I can make an impact. If I know that these things will impact my business negatively, I want to know that my voice, that the party that I support, that has the same social democratic values as I do, understands where I'm coming from. And that's really what makes this portal special. Now, added to that, we'll go to the merchandisers portal, because that's more than you already being a business. This is an enabler. The ANC is a big label. If you really think about it as a brand, I know we all know Coca-Cola is a big brand, as an example. It's supposed to be the biggest brand in the world. That's why I use it as an example. But the ANC logo, it's recognizable. You see these colors over here, you know it's ANC, but it doesn't even say it. Why do we know that automatically? We know that automatically because the brand is that powerful. Now, the ANC brand, we are in the fourth industrial revolution. Movement from automation to digitalization. Today we will show you how South Africa is going to be standing with the rest of the world in the revolution. Before we show you how we will do this, you need to understand why we were doing this. Okay, we've partnered with a company called Vendible. Kinesis, owned by Kinesis. It's a world-class software company. They're all around the world. They're doing amazing things. They're really shaking waves. And I say that because we take for granted how much South Africa plays in the world as far as developing software. Has anyone heard of Elon Musk? PayPal? Where was that product developed? Has anyone heard of Brett Shuttleworth? I mean, you're talking about big people who've developed software that the world has accepted as a class standard. And it's something we need to promote and actually be really proud of ourselves that we as South Africa have really embraced digitalization. We're far ahead many countries when it comes to that. So, the world, I'm not sure why my cool clicker is not working. There we go. Okay. So the world is plagued with this epidemic of counterfeit goods. Manufacturers creating merchandise outside of a corporate copyright. Do any of us really understand why that is bad for us. I think a lot of us, we might buy a fake label here or there, or think that we're buying a Nike or whatever it is, and we don't really understand the impact that has. Because those factories, those commitments, create jobs. If those businesses are not channeling that money and it's going through the dark market and you don't know what you're really supporting, this is contributing to a lack of economic growth. If the product you're wearing, which is ANC, which is a proudly South African product, and I'd like to welcome Proudly South Africa with us here today. I mean, it's a proudly South African brand. Surely we should be supporting local manufacturers, local vendors. Surely as the ANC, we want to make sure the rag trade is rebuilt, that we can make things in South Africa strong again. We can work with this economic turnaround. And this is what this platform is going to do. Because through the partnership with Proudly South Africa, only product which is proudly South African registered, manufacturers that are proudly South African registered, will be able to register. Vendors will be able to partner with them, they will get special access to them, and they will be able to get preferential pricing to be able to move to the next level and be able to stimulate economic growth. So now you're bringing in another thing. You're bringing in fourth industrial revolution, you're bringing in industrial revolution, you're bringing in economic growth for South Africa. Vendable is the system. Up until now, do you know that nowhere in the world does a copyright software exist? When you're managing your copyright, say you register a logo, a brand, a product, you have to sign up with a lawyer. You pay these lawyers ridiculous fees to manage and search all over to find you. Now, if you're a startup business, who's going to be able to afford that? This vendable system has got the legal element tied into it, and it manages it for you. It manages it where your product is made, how the copyright is viewed, who distributes it, and how it is being distributed. So we've white labeled the product. So Vendable has been kind enough to allow us to use their system, and you will sit, if your bum is sitting on it, you can pull it out from under your bum. Otherwise, what you can do, you'll see you've got this little card. You can take your phone, open the camera. You'll see the camera will pull up a site. Now you can do this with me. Scan there, and you'll be taken to the Vendable site. Now, through this, you'll see that there's lots of access. You can get a demo, and by the way, don't feel compelled if you don't want to do it right now. Afterwards, we have ladies walking around with Palm Pilots. Oh, I'm going back in time. iPads, iPhones, Samsungs, so you can try it out for yourself afterwards. Our merchandisers also have had great experiences because they all registered on the system. Okay, so you open it, you've pressed the QR code. This system obviously has been customized for us. So the simple process, anc.za.live. I'm going to say it again, anc.za.live. That's if you're doing it from your phone, your mobile phone, or whatever. That will take you to the same place, allowing anyone with an internet connection to have ability to sign up and submit their application. Now, it does require some documents that you need to load with it. The joy of that is that you can just take your camera on your phone and load it. It doesn't have to mean you have to upload it. But it takes us, trademark holders now can quickly assess who manufacturers are, what their goods are, and topped with it, as the next stage of this goes, it'll take you through the whole system, how you can become a vendor, sign up, you'll see. Our vendor portal shows you how to sell if you want to manufacture or if you want to sell. You both have to sign up. Now, many people didn't know that we've been running this program for, Convener, you know longer than me, better than me now. I think it maybe is 10 years. Or, Zaituna, how long has it been? More than 10 years. But it's been a physical and the convener mentioned it earlier. You'd have to physically go into Lutuli House, sign up, say you're based in the Northwest. You'd have to do an overnight trip, come all the way over, get a physical sign-in. Zaytuna would process it. We'd issue with a card and a permit, and it would be a process, and then you would be informed that you can now sell the goods at various events or moms and pops. I mean, these are people who are living on the breadline. Now you can go to an internet cafe, or if you have a smartphone, you can do it yourself. Once you're a manufacturer, you've been approved as a manufacturer, you'll be given a what do they call it, a permit. Now, in this file here, you've got a book as well. You'll see a merchandising permit. Fake and real. We've also found previously, when we had to deal with counterfeit issues, that a lot of people would just take a permit and photocopy it. And we would know when the police were trying to enforce it, and the customs officials, they couldn't enforce it because they didn't know whether it was real or false. So that's where the next step gets exciting. Because again, that QR code you just scanned becomes important. It's a one of a kind. The compliance officers, who we have partnered with as well, will be able to scan and verify whether or not you're an approved permit. Where you come from, what your information, are you who you say you are? It's best of breed. It's exciting. But there's more. Once he scans it and he checks your trademark, you might actually have some merchandise. So as a manufacturer, you would buy tokens. These token systems will really make things quite exciting. Do you guys remember 2010, where you'd buy your 2010 jersey, there'd be like a little hologram on it? Exactly the same. These tokens are super cheap. I believe the price are going to be, it's something like 2 Rand or something. So you'd buy these tokens, they'd be delivered to you. Say you want to produce mugs. I believe we have some examples here today that you can scan. You'll see that. Let me go back so you can see that. You would scan the mug. Our compliance officers would scan the mug and say, okay, there are 500 tokens. This is an approved token. This is a verified product. Now, it could be up to you as an individual who says, I only want to support local because I want South African economy to be better, because then I will do better as a person. I want to be in a country where we're strong economically. I don't know about you. I'm sure you are. That's why you're here today. But there we go. The token is now approved, and you can assess it, and it's a verified product. So now the onus is not just on a compliance officer who can confiscate goods brought in illegally from other places in the world that are trying to take over our market. It's also on us, the person, the proud South African, who wants to be able to contribute and make sure that where they're spending their money is helping our economy. And that's also another exciting thing. Congratulations, convener. This is really, and this product the convener worked on specifically over the last 2 years. He was before the executive manager, and this was his project. But safe to proceed. There you go. Scan the barcode. Like I said, it will tell you whether it's fake. This makes it easier for you as a person to manage what's happening, easier for business, and the vendable system is just great for all South African products moving forward. And we hope that launching this vendable system here and launching the ANC merchandising at the same time, we hope that good luck to you guys for going further with this. So that's us here today. One element. If you have ideas, play through it, work through it, speak to the convener afterwards. Tell me if you have any tell him if you have any insights, if you have any keys that you feel we could do better. You feel that you haven't been heard. You feel that you want more. You feel that it's brilliant. Please tell us 10 times over. But thank you for sharing this moment with us, because really the 54th resolution said that we need to professionalize and modernize the ANC. And when we sat down as a team and we said, how can we do this? We really took it to heart that we're going to make a difference, because we're not just making a difference to the ANC, we're making a difference to South Africa through everything we do. And that's why I'm here. That's why I support the ANC. That's why I support the PBF through everything I do. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you those who are at home. They're watching. We're streaming it live on our social platforms, My ANC and PBF. I would like to invite everyone to join us for, we have arranged some few, snacks for everyone. So we have come to the conclusion of our program, and let me again take this opportunity to thank our guests and everyone at home who's been following this program live on Facebook and our other social media platform. I'm aware that there is a menu that you have also made some orders. Let me officially declare the program officially closed. Thank you very much, and thank you for making time. Thank you, Sasha.